This song is a call to prayer. It is in Farsi. اینو میخوام خدمت جهان زیبا که میدونم امروز با ما هست، آقای زمان و فرزندانشون تقدیم کنم، با امید اینکه روزهای خوب و خوشی داشتیم و خواهیم داشت و در قلب ما زنده هستن. اسم این آهنگ هست ای خدا. ای خدا، ای خدا، ای خدا، هرچه نامت هست، هرچه اسمت گویان، تو عشق منی، عشق منی. هرچه نامت هست، هرچه اسمت گویان، تو عشق منی، عشق منی. توی عشق، توی جان، توی روح، توی عشق، توی جان، توی روح، توی تو، توی تو، توی تو، توی تو. جان جانم، جانم قربانت، جز تو نگویم، جز تو نجویم، جز تو نگویم، جز تو نجویم. شعرهایی که بسیار زیبا هستن و وقتی فارسی با افغان، شعر فارسی با آواز آهنگ افغان قاطی میشه، خیلی دیگه زیبا و دلانگیز میشه. When you mix Farsi and Afghan, Farsi lyrics and Afghan music or vice versa, the heart is awakened to song. And this next song is about the journey of life, as it says, please don't journey fast, for my beloved is with you. And I can feel the knife going through my bones as my bones are bleeding. So please, O caravan of life, go slowly. ای کاروان آهستران کارم جانم میرود آن دلکبا خود داشتم با دل ستانم میرود گفتم با نیرنگ و ستون پنهان نمیرم ز خون پنهان نمیماند که بر استخوانم میرود در رفتن جان از بدم گویم هر نوعی سخن من خود با چشم خویشتم دیدم که جانم میرود ای کاروان آهستران کارم جانم میرود آن دلکبا خود داشتم با دل ستانم میرود گفتم با نیرنگ و ستون پنهان کنم راز درون پنهان نمیماند که بر استخوانم میرود در رفتن جان از بدن گویم هر نوعی سخن من خود با چشم خویشتن دیدم که جانم میرود ای کاروان آهستران کارم جانم میرود آن دلکبا خود داشتم با دل ستانم میرود
From the Jewish tradition, some of you may know the song. Hine mato humanai shevet achim gam yachad. It means how good it is that we could all be together as one. Hine mato humanai shevet achim gam yachad. Hine mato humanai shevet achim gam Mato, vine mato, ya la 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 la. Vine mato, vine mato, ya la 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 la. Vine mato, manai, sheve la jinga. Vine mato, manai. The ocean refuses no river. The ocean refuses no river. The sunlight infuses all color. The sunlight infuses all color. Ishkala mabulila il Allah. Ishkala mabulila il Allah. God's love refuses no children. God's love refuses no children. God's love infuses all creation. God's love refuses creation. Ishkala ma'budila il Allah. Ishkala ma'budila il Allah. Names and forms are many, God is one. Names and forms are many, God is one. The ocean refuses no river. The ocean refuses no river. Ishkala ma'budila il Allah. Ishkala ma'budila il Allah. The ocean refuses no river. The ocean refuses no river.
Sachare chare pare pura Shivoham Shivoham Nityananda Sarupa Shivoham Shivoham. Sing with me. Sachare chare pare pura Shivoham Shivoham Nityananda Sarupa Shivoham Shivoham Anandoham 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 Anandoham. Again. Anandoham 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 Anandoham
And from the North American native tradition, the ocean refuses no river. I am one with the earth and sun. heaven's Son, forever and ever and ever.
Feel it! I am one.
We are the weavers, we are the woven one. We are the dreamers, we are the dreams. We are the ocean, we are the drops of rain. We are the rivers, we are the streams. Everybody! I am one with the earth and the sun, forever and ever and ever. I am one with the earth and the sun, forever and ever and ever. We are brothers, we are sisters, we are all one family. We are neighbors, all sharing this world, seeking peace and harmony. Seeking peace and harmony. Everybody! I am one with the earth and the sun, forever and ever and ever. I am one with the earth and the sun, forever and ever and ever. One with the earth and the sun, forever and ever and ever. I am one with the earth and the sun, forever and ever and ever. I am one with the earth and the sun, forever and ever and ever. Forever and ever and ever.
Ago, we had a meeting with Jahan and Stephen, and they decided to have the Peace Sunday in 2014. That left something in my throat. I didn't want to have any interruption between that Peace Sunday. Unfortunately, in the process of this talk, we lost Jahan Stanizai. And I'm sure she's here. There's no question. You know, I've been there. I know when you lose somebody, you think you lost them, but they are with us. And we were in a conference with Dr. Zaman, and we both were speaking in that conference in San Diego. And I said, you know what? International Peace Day is September 21st. Sunday is September 22nd. We move the Peace Sunday to 22nd, and we do it as a dedication to the loving memory of Jahan Stanizai. Okay, then I came back from the meeting from San Diego. It was Friday. I called Leland and I called Thomas to meet on Saturday. I told him we want to have a Peace Sunday on September 22nd with one condition. 2 days from now, on September 7th, I'm going to go to Iran. So we have to do all of this by the email and telephone. I left everything for them. And this program that they are preparing themselves for next year, for 2014, the whole thing was started 2 weeks ago, and now you are here. The only reason that we are here and we were able to do it is because of what's written on my tie. It's love. It's love. It's really love. Love for human being. Love for each other. You know, maybe all of us, before we got together in these events, we never knew who is Muslim, who is Christian, who is Jewish. I didn't have this problem because from my childhood, I was born and raised in the holy city of Qom. Holy city of Qom is like a Shia Vatican. But my grandfather and my father were in the car and farm machinery business, and their counterpart were Jewish, Christian, Zoroastrian, Baha'i, and Armenian, who were Christian. And because of that, because there was no hotel that could accommodate non-Muslims in those areas, our house was the place that those people from different religions stayed in our house. And this was planted in my heart from my childhood. And that's why, instead of creating a hate because of what I was told, and the day after I resigned from the school, after 22 years, I decided to kill the ignorant. I decided to stop the lack of knowledge. The most of the problem we have is ignorance. I was invited by the Saudi Navy to lecture in their university. When I went there, after I finished my lecture, I went to the lounge and the student came. For those of you who don't know what is the difference between these people, we have Shia, we have Sunni, and we have Wahhabis. The Shia and Sunni never have problem. The Wahhabis are the one who create problem between these. The Shia and Sunni for the long time, they married together, they had partnership, they did business together in Iraq, in Egypt, in anywhere you went, Pakistan, anywhere, but unfortunately. So when I went there, they started asking me, because they found out that I started this organization, and they said, what is your Quran, the holy book? So the best answer was to take the Quran from my briefcase. Oh, this is our Quran. I said, it's so different. And they said that, why do you Shia believe that Gabriel, who was supposed to bring the book to Imam Ali, brought it to Prophet Muhammad, and you think Gabriel was a betrayer? You believe Ali is the prophet. I took the book, another book from my pocket. It says, peace be with you, O Gabriel, the trustee of God. I said, I have it in writing. But when I went home, there were more things. They said that you Shia people believe that if you kill the Sunnis, you will go to heaven. I said, I cannot even kill it. You know, I was in the school, I was supposed to, you know, dissect a pigeon. I couldn't do it, I let it go. And when I went home, I told my host that I heard this thing. And his son told me that, that's right, that's what they teach in Saudi school about Shia. See, it's ignorance. But I was there, I made the reasoning. The day after when I went to the class, every student from that class went to the library and got a book about the Shia to study. The reason people have problems because they don't know each other. I trust a Jewish believer more than a Muslim non-believer. The point is that to be a believer, no matter what religion you have, what nationality you have, nobody teaches it bad. Nobody teaches wrong things. And that's why we are here. We are here to prove it. The last interfaith we had, we turned the parking lot to a banquet room. We had 750 people, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, sitting together and having dinner. And that's the way it should be. That's why I don't have any hesitation to call Gilliam, to call Stephen, to call Thomas, Brother Gilliam, Father Alexis Smith, Rabbi Chaim Beliak. We are a family now. We are a family, we get together. We are not against anybody. We are here to support those who support love and peace. And love is the solution. Now, when I'm short of the words, I'm going to call somebody else to help me. And that's why Thomas and Lillian will come forward and say a few words.
Welcome to all of you. It's wonderful to be here. This is the only time we've ever done a Peace Sunday in 2.5 weeks. So anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm most appreciative of Dr. Mazikov for all the work, all the support that's been here, and the fact that we were able to do our Peace Sunday last year, last September, which turned out to be 3 days, 2.5 days rather than 1 day. And so it was a wonderful event, and we've been able to hold our Culture of Peace series here quite often. And so we really appreciate the support that we're getting from, where did he go? Here he is. And so we look forward to continuing our efforts here and welcome your support in what we're doing and several things that will be happening this year. And so I wanted to turn it over to Thomas, who's now the interim president for the Culver City Area Interfaith Alliance that Jahan Stanizai was the president of. Thomas?
As I was sitting here, I asked myself, what would Jahan want me to say? I think the first thing she would say would be, Thomas, keep it short. I want to just acknowledge what we've all experienced. This quiet root canal dentist has, in my mind, summarized what the faith, the hope, and the love of people is all about. You got to know, love, and understand people, and you need a place to bring them together. And Jahan always loved to bring us here. We had many interfaith meetings here. And maybe for those who don't know, when Doris Davis, our angel in the front row here with the blue mantle, she was the president for only 12 years. She carried the organization on her back and then turned it over to me for a year. And then she trained Jahan, who did a fabulous job. So what, at least the last 5-6 years? Beautiful job. But it used to be called the Culver City Interfaith Alliance. Jahan said, that's too small. we're going to call it the Culver City Area Interfaith Alliance. So we have people who come from the Valley, we have people who come from Westwood, Santa Monica, all over, because it's a welcoming place like the IMAN Center here. And I love your idea of Peace Sunday, and this is a Peace Center. It literally, for all of us, is an interfaith center. And the Parliament of the World's Religions have been blessed to do many programs here. In honor of Jahan, I would like us to bow our heads for a moment, and I want to recite a peace prayer that I know Jahan loved and even asked me to use on different occasions. Master, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be loved as to love, to be understood as to understand. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, that it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. And I have no doubt that, like Dr. Namazakov said, when you love someone, they never die. They continue to live in your spirit. And that was so beautifully expressed in the memorial that we had with Zaman and his family, including Jahan's mother that came from Afghanistan. And that room was just filled with overflowing with love. And I could even understand it in Farsi. So, Jahan, we love you, and your spirit lives on in us.
Thank God we have about 24 or 26 organizations who joined us for this wonderful event. And we decided to dedicate 3 minutes to each organization. I'm sorry if I interrupt you, because if you go, you overflow the time, because we want to get to everybody. And our dedication to peace is the foundation of the event today. We are not here to promote any religion. We are not here to convert anybody. And we are not here to teach about our religion. We want to show our commitment to peace throughout our beliefs. The first group, Interfaith Communities United for Justice and Peace. Stephen, come forward, please. United Nations Association of Pacific LA Chapter. United Nations Association, Pacific LA Chapter. Parliament of the World's Religious Southern California Committee.
Should be just a moment.
Okay. She's here.
Sorry.
Who is it? IMAN Center, Religious Inside Out. California, a state of compassion.
Okay, I'm representing Interfaith Communities United for Justice and Peace. It was formed shortly after 9/11, right after 9/11, out of concern for the ongoing escalation of war on our planet. The motto of Interfaith Communities United for Justice and Peace is that religious communities must stop blessing war. It was founded by Reverend George Regas, James Lawson, Dr. Meir Hatut, and many other wonderful interfaith leaders from the Los Angeles area. And I'm on the board of ICU JP. And we've done many wonderful events. Most recently, we just did an event at the Agape Church honoring 3 honorees, including Dr. Meir Hatut, Rabbi thank you, Leonard Bierman, and Aisha Mason. And it was a very, very wonderful, wonderful event. And we continue to do ongoing programs for peace and justice and to stop blessing war.
That was your 3 minutes?
That's my 3 minutes.
Wow, I'm impressed. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Reverend Dr. Gwen Guibord, the founding president of the Guibord Center, Religion Inside Out, whose mission is to bring people together to challenge assumptions, unleash the holy, and affirm the faith that transforms the world. I would suspect in our time together this afternoon on into this evening, we're going to be hearing a great deal of love. I think that's right and apt, but I also want to talk to you that if we are to be peacemakers and create peace on this planet, there are certain things we have to give up. I want to go through my little list that I just created. We have to give up being right. We have to give up polarizing and mythologizing and demonizing. We have to stop saying, my God is the best God, it's a bigger God, it's better than your God. We have to give up finding selective scripture that's going to support that exclusivity. We have to give up our obsession about real estate. Why is it that since the beginning of time, humanity has been deciding who's in and who's out, who's right, who's wrong, who is sacred enough to be on the inside, to be included? We have to give up our uncontrollable love of war and of guns. We have to give up believing that only my child should have all rights and privileges. We have to give up the belief that my tribe, my faith, is the most important faith. And we have to give up the belief that the Euro-American culture is the only one of value. Those things we have to give up if we can even begin to think about achieving peace.
In Hebrew we say, Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is to have brothers and sisters sit together in peace. I'm here as the co-chair for the Southern California Parliament of the World's Religions, and I'd like to ask all the people in that organization to stand up for a moment, please. Thank you. We convene events and bring together people who don't ordinarily interface. There are many wonderful interfaith organizations in the city, but our specialty is bringing together people who haven't met each other yet, including, for example, as we did at Seas of Peace, the communities that meditate and the social action groups. And that has become our annual event, Seas of Peace. We founded ourselves because we attended a Parliament of the World's Religions, the global event, and we came back so imbued with the values and the mission and the objective and the vision of that first parliament that was established in 1893 that we felt we had to do something here locally. And that's what we do. We continue to support the work of the global parliament, but we especially think all the time about what happened in 1893 when it was the first time in the history of the West that religious leaders from East and West came together and met. And that's what inspires us daily in the work that we do. As a member of the Jewish faith, I would like to share with you a very short song in Hebrew dedicated to peace. and dedicated today to the IMAN Center for what it has done. And I've been here since the very beginning, since 9 years ago when you started. And I remember you telling us the story of your beloved late daughter who inspired you to create this movement and this place and this piece. And also in the memory of Jahan, a warrior, a peace warrior, in the best sense of the word. And to all of you who are involved in the peace movement and the interfaith community. This is a song that says, spread peace. This is a sign for peace. Spread peace, goodness, and blessing over all of us and all the people of the earth. So this is a sign for peace. You're going to do it with me. And listen to the song for a moment. It's very short. I want to keep to my time. I'm going to do the motions and just listen to it, and we'll do it together. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Shalom. Peace to all of you.
Hi, my name is Sandy Hart, and I am the Chief Compassion Officer, CCO, of the Compassion Action Network representing California. The Compassion Action Network International is in Seattle and is the promulgating body of the City of Compassion initiative, creating cities of compassion throughout the world, starting in Seattle. As a matter of fact, the U.S. Conference of Mayors in June affirmed the City of Compassion Initiative resolution just recently. The City of Compassion Initiative brings together different sectors of the society to address, amplify, and illuminate all the compassion action that's happening within each and every city. Then we take it to the mayor and the city council. As a matter of fact, we want the mayor and the city council at that working group meeting. And we ask them to affirm the charter, affirming their city as a city of compassion. Recently, the Stanford Social Innovation Review cited collective impact as not only the wave of the future, but necessary for peace in our world. It's how we can improve, if not solve, conditions of interfaith relations, corporate culture, bullying, our environment, women's empowerment, youth empowerment, our hungry, our homeless, secular ethics, and everything in between, because the problems of the world are too great for any one sector to address themselves. It does us only a certain amount of good, and it's wholly good, but it does us only a certain amount of good for the interfaith community to know about interfaith reconciliation and understanding. We need corporate culture, we need education, we need, all of these other sectors to lock arms with us, shore up our relationships all around the world in all of these sectors, especially in our cities, at the city level. This entire initiative was created because of Karen Armstrong, the world-renowned theologian, historian, thank you, Ruth, and she received a TED Prize, $100,000 for one wish to make the world a better place. And from that wish that she was granted, she created the Charter for Compassion, which is what I'm going to read to you now in my final minute and a half. I'm going to take some of Stephen's time. Thank you. The principle of compassion, so forgive me if I read fast. The principle of compassion lies at the heart of all religious, ethical, and spiritual traditions, calling us always to treat all others as we would wish to be treated ourselves. Compassion impels us to work tirelessly to alleviate the suffering of our fellow creatures. Is that my 1 minute?
That's your 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, please go to the charterforcompassion.org. I hope I left you in suspense.
I am Cantor Esther Leon Schwartz, a child Holocaust survivor. I feel I was spared to be lucky enough, with much humility, to be invited to be on the board of directors with United Nations Association Pacific Chapter, who stands for human rights when it's all said and done at the end of the day. I believe in you and believe in your destiny, our destiny. I believe you are contributors to this civilization. You have inherited from your forefathers an ancient dream of freedom, to speak, to pray, to congregate. A prophecy which you can proudly lay down as a gift of gratitude upon the lap of America and the world. You are life's prayer of becoming and its answer to peace. To give beyond reason, to care beyond hope, to love without limits, to reach, stretch, and dream in spite of our fears. These are the hallmarks of divinity, traits of the immortal. You have already changed the course of history, my friends, because you showed up. That means to the community, to the nation, to the world, that you care. To stand shoulder to shoulder in relentless strength. Then we become a group of individuals, a harmonious whole. Then we have reached as high as humans can reach to ensure a healthy and secure way of life, as it was in the beginning, surrounded with beauty for all to breathe in and give calm and peace to the heart. I wish and declare the day will come soon when the lambs and the wolves, regardless of religion or race, will walk hand in hand in peace. We are summoned to service, to bestow our blessings of just peace and love for all humanity. Imprint this in your heart. It only takes one person to shift the consciousness of all humanity for goodness, and that person is you. And the world will stand still, and the bells will toll for love of liberty, justice and peace. And when we have reached the mount, stretch out your hands and eyes towards the heavens and say 3 trillion thank yous. Shout hallelujah, and you will feel a presence that says, and so it shall be.
Group 2, organizations. Culver City Area Interfaith Alliance. That's what we are missing, the president, and interim president will join us. United Religions Initiative, North American region. Perfect. Council on American Islamic Relations, CARE. The Peace Alliance. You're just on time. Unity and Diversity World Council.
Jahan would remind us, ladies first.
Yeah, that's what we start from CARE.
Thank you. It's good to be here, and it's good to be here in memory of Jahan, who was our friend and who we love very much. And thank you very much, Ruth, for that beautiful song and sign that we did in memory of Jahan. My name is Rebecca Tobias. I'm a Global Council Trustee for the United Religions Initiative. Just want to tell you a little bit about URI. There are many members of URI here with us. United Religions Initiative seeks to bring together voices for the environment, for social justice, for interfaith cooperation. And the purpose of the United Religions Initiative is to promote enduring daily interfaith cooperation, to end religiously motivated violence, and to create cultures of peace, justice, and healing for the earth and all living beings. URI has been working together to do this for over 10 years now. We work within cooperation circles. There are several here represented today. The Raoul Wallenberg Institute of Ethics is one of these circles, the Culver City Area Interfaith Alliance, Unity and Diversity World Council, SARA, Regeneration, Protecting and Restoring the Sacred, I Am Jerusalem. Essentially what we do is our cooperation circle system. We have over 600 cooperation circles in 86 countries around the world. We listen to voices, we listen to one another, and we create the opportunity to amplify these voices within the United Nations system. We were just represented very nicely at the UN, and Ruth was with us. One of our members of Protecting and Restoring the Sacred was helping with the Education for Peace, which was the UN International Day of Peace theme for this year. So it's important to know that this exists and that the UN system belongs to us, all of us together, and so that we help to provide that opportunity. And just recently we took part in the Compassion Games and alongside the Parliament of the World's Religions. So we had done that together in consultation after meeting together at the North American Interfaith Network Conference, which took place in Toronto, Canada this year. And the games were played from the 11th of September until yesterday, the 21st, during the 11 days of global unity. If anyone wants to know more about United Religions Initiative, please come and see me. I'm very glad to be here. I can talk on and on. I've got lots and lots of notes. But you know, the affiliates that we work with are many of you. And just yesterday there was a wonderful event that will get spoken about for the Peace Alliance, which was well represented, to foster a culture of peace, which is really what we're in this for together. So thank you very much.
We did not know, or the Peace Alliance did not know Jahan, but we would like to express our condolences to her family and friends, everyone that knew her. My name is Geraldine Stapleton, and I'm the Southern California coordinator for the Peace Alliance. And as Rebecca nicely already indicated or told you about, we had a wonderful, wonderful event yesterday to celebrate the International Day of Peace. Basically speaking, our mission is to transform a culture of violence into a culture of peace. And we realize that this is a huge, huge task, but we do believe that it can be done. And as the song that was sung there, peace worldwide does start definitely from inside. We proactively work towards a culture of peace and nonviolent resolution of domestic and international conflict, including school bullying, family violence, gang and gun violence, and war. We do support all of the pieces of peace building that go into accomplishing this, like programs like conflict resolution, nonviolent communication, restorative justice. If we could have restorative justice practices and circles into all of our schools, wouldn't that just be a wonderful way to teach our children how to solve their things with nonviolence? And so conflict resolution and all of those things that we really need to learn, that's what we are promoting. We are active in the political world. We are supporting two pieces of legislation. One is H.R. 808, and that would establish a cabinet-level U.S. Department of Peace Building Act of 2013, as it's now called. Yes. And it's going to take all of your support to help us work this through. We also support the Youth Promise Act, which Promise is an acronym. It's the Youth Prison Reduction through Opportunity, Mentoring, Intervention, Support, and Education Act. This would go a long way to deterring our youth from being incarcerated and having to have that terrible experience within their psyche, how much more productive it would be to be able to raise children without that experience, because there are alternate ways of people taking responsibility for the harm that they've caused to other people. So our website is www.thepeacealliance.org. You can go there. It's still being, our program from yesterday from 2 to 5 is still available on live stream.
I'm Reverend Dr. Mary Mann with Unity University. I'm going to read 2 very short poems. The first poem I wrote about 10 years ago. When I read it first, Jahan came up to me and asked me would I read it to her women's group. I didn't do it then, but I'm doing it now. The rights of Mother Earth. What is a human? Who is he? What rights does he have over me? I am the earth, from sea to shining sea. This is my land. I am the earth. What rights do you have over me? Who gave you the right to pummel me with mortars, shells, and high artillery? Who gave you the right to torch my land, pollute my air, and maim my hand? I, who give you sustenance, give you everything you need. Clear skies and trees to shade you, water to irrigate my land in places of your choosing. Fruits and nuts and olives and frankincense and myrrh, I am your total provider. Why should you not demur to me in all my beauty? What right do you think you have to destroy me? I who could roll you over into a sea of non-beingness. Why do you so harm me with never a backward glance, never a sigh for my treasures? Why do you tempt me, humans? Are you not born of me? Do you not know my power? Why do you not stand in awe of me? You who fire the mortars and churn up my grassy knolls and tear great chasms in my hillsides. You who fire the mortals and you who make the shells and you who aid and abet them and vote for my demise. You are all terrorists to me. You are all terrorists to me. For I am the one who bore you. I am your mother, Earth. Second was written at the end of 9/11 for those loved ones of those whose lives were cut short. Tonight it's for Jahan. In this place I drew my last living breath, but I am not here. I am with you. And if you grieve and believe that life's luster is gone with me, listen, my spirit lives. I am nobler by far than that which took my breath. Remember me, and after grieving, grow, my love, grow. With every act of humanity, think of me. Take my life's fulfillment. It is yours. Take it and find the joy that was awaiting me. Find it, my love. It yearns for you. Strength upon strength upon strength. Adieu, Jahan, adieu.
Mary wanted to read those two poems, particularly in relationship to Jahan Stanizai, so I'm begging for my 3 minutes. Do I get 3 minutes? Okay. We're both representing the Unity University World Council. The council began in 1965 when the United Nations declared International Cooperation Year. So that makes us 48 years old. And what happened in the process, if you notice that International Cooperation Year was 20 years after the United Nations began in 1945. So in 2015, the United Nations declares its 70th anniversary, the Unity University World Council its 50th. So it's a very important time in 2015, and we have committed ourselves to doing a larger Peace Sunday. And I also have another task which I'd just like to mention to you, and that is that there is a place for a gathering of nations. That's the principal job of the United Nations, although it also works with non-governmental organizations. But the thing that needs to happen most on the planet, in my humble opinion, is a people's equivalent to the United Nations, which is for people, not for nations. The two need to support each other. But the thing that is most missing, we have all kinds of nonprofit organizations, there are 22 of them here today, and the job that lies ahead of us, and I hope we're going to start on that very soon, is to bring those groups consciously together, not just to greet each other, but to work together for the well-being of all. And that's what I'd like to invite you to join and help with in this coming year. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to read this with your permission so that I don't get in trouble with Dr. Namazika. And thank you for having us here today. We really sincerely appreciate it.
I don't want to have a problem with Islam English.
Okay. Anyway, I think it's safe to say that all those who knew our dear sister Jahan will certainly miss her. And I think we can all agree there's no better way to honor her than by holding this event entitled Interfaith Unity for Peace. Jahan was probably one of the strongest advocates I've ever met, who was constantly striving to bring about interfaith unity and peace. I had some thoughts about the title, especially Interfaith Unity part. Okay, so no question about the peace part. We all yearn for peace, but what about the unity part? What does that mean? I know it certainly doesn't mean the same, because if that's what unity means, then there'd be no need for us to talk about it, right? And I know that that's not what unity means to this group. So I had to think about what it means to me. What I realized is that marriage might be a good example. In a marriage, we know that spouses don't always agree, and they certainly can't always have their own way. But when people marry, they're considered united. An ingredient for better understanding for a good marriage is to focus on the relationship itself and do what it takes to develop better understanding, to preserve their unity without sacrificing their individuality. This is an example of what interfaith unity brings to my mind. We do not agree on everything, but we work hard to develop a better understanding of one another's beliefs. We find many excellent principles, basic to our own diverse beliefs, upon which we can build deeper relationships and work in unity toward a more peaceful society. One of the reasons I feel so blessed to be Community Relations Manager for CARE LA is that part of my job is working with people like you to bring about bridges of understanding. And in closing, as many of you already know, CARE is an organization that works to uphold civil rights and advocate for the Muslim American community. Our mission statement is very brief. It's to enhance understanding of Islam, encourage dialogue with others' beliefs, protect civil liberties, empower American Muslims, and build coalitions that promote justice, peace, and mutual understanding. I feel so very blessed to be with you all today, and together I hope we'll make a positive difference toward interfaith unity for peace. Thank you.
Could I ask you all to take out of your program this beautiful Technicolor proclamation of peace that literally is hot off the press. Thanks to Sikh Simran Kaur and Doris Davis, who helped redesign the statement that Jahan Stanizai, in the words of Gene Rothman, shepherded from beginning to end. And some of the meetings actually took place in this hall in the back there to literally fight the language and the words. We're going to hear a little bit more about this, so I will be super brief. The Culver City will be a city of peace. We choose to live in harmony and to walk in forgiveness. We join together to reject violence as a response to disagreement. Reaffirm that we shall all work together to promote peace and trust between individuals and communities in our country. We pray for guidance in seeking reconciliation with each other. And then the Interfaith Alliance vision and mission is a very brief statement. The Culver City Interfaith Alliance works actively to reinforce the existing spiritual links between our diverse religious traditions and to foster new ones by recognizing our mutual concerns and celebrating our common values. And Dr. Mazikal already kind of summarized some of these, the 4 major areas we use to accomplish our mission are education, fellowship, advocacy, and service. Many faiths, but one focus. Peace. Amen.